Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Mind Your Exam. So we are doing the computer networks course, and in this video we will be studying the types of block coding. We studied about the concept and the logic behind block coding in the previous video, and today we will be doing two types of block coding, which is the 4B 5B block coding technique and the 8B 10B block coding technique. Okay. So let's start with the 4B 5B block coding technique. So in this case, what is happening is we are dividing the original sequence of bits into groups of 4 bits each. Okay, so groups of 4 bits. Okay, and when the sequence is divided into multiple groups such that each group has 4 bits, we are substituting each 4-bit group with a group of bits containing 5 bits. Okay, so we are substituting each 4-bit group with a 5-bit group. Now in the last step, as I mentioned, that there are 3 steps for block coding: division, substitution and combination. So in the last step, we are combining all the 5-bit groups into a single stream that will be sent to the receiver, into a single data stream. Okay. Now, as you can see that originally there were 4 bits in each group, and now there are 5 bits. So, how many possible combinations are there with 4 bits each? That means if we have 4 bits, 16 different combinations of bits or 16 different permutations of these bits can be formed. Okay, so if you have 1 bit, there are 2 combinations, 0 and 1. If you have 2 bits, you have 4 combinations, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Then if you have 3 bits, you will have 2 raised to power 3 different combinations, and if you have 4 bits, you will have 16 combinations. So originally 16 different combinations were possible with the original data stream, and now since each group consists of 5 bits, so now 32 different combinations are possible. So that means there are 16 unused combinations. So the original 16 combinations will be used for data transmission. That means they will represent data, whereas the 16 unused combinations, 32 minus 16 will give you 16. So 16 unused combinations will be used for control purposes. Control purposes, that means to denote whether to start the communication, to stop the communication, or whether the channel is idle or not. Then it will be used for error detection. That means whether there has come an error, an error has occurred during transmission in the data or not. And it will also be used for synchronization of sending and receiving process, synchronization. So the control purposes, error detection purposes and synchronization purposes are basically done through the unused bit combinations. Okay. Now coming to the second type of block coding, which is the 8B 10B block coding. In this case, the groups of 8 bits are substituted by 10-bit groups. Okay, so basically it will have better error detection capability than the 4-bit 5-bit scheme. Why? Because there are more number of unused combination. And how is that possible? See, originally there were 8 bits. So how many combinations were present? 2 raised to power 8. Now we have replaced each group of 8 bits with 10 bits. So how many now new combinations are possible? 2 raised to power 10. So unused combination or redundant groups would be 2 raised to the power 10 minus 2 raised to the power 8. These are the total combinations that are possible. These are the combinations that will be actually used to represent data. So we will be having 768 redundant or extra groups that will be used for all these purposes: error detection, synchronization and control purposes. Okay, so basically in 8-bit 10-bit block coding, what happens is when you have a 8-bit group of bits, the 5 most significant bits are separated. These are the 5 most significant bits of the 8-bit group, significant bits, and 3 remaining, the least significant bits, are separated. Now separately, block coding is applied on each of these groups. So 8-bit group is directly not substituted with a 10-bit group. Rather, what is happening is 8-bit group is divided into 2 parts, 5-bit group and 3-bit group. Now the 5 bits group is replaced with a 6-bit group and the 3 bits group is replaced with a 4-bit group. And why it is done? This is done, the original number of bits are split so that the mapping table becomes simplified. So what is the mapping table? Mapping table just means that the original bits are being replaced by the new number of bits, and which combination of the original bit will be represented by the new combination of bits. So basically, in block coding, we define a table in which we tell that earlier 0000 was represented using 4 bits. Now after block coding, 0000 will be represented using 5 bits and that combination will be 11110. So basically we are telling that 4 times 0 is equivalent to 4 times 1 followed by a 0 in a 5-bit combination. So we are mapping the original combination of 4 bits to a 5-bit combination. Similarly, 0001 will be mapped to 01001 and so on. So this is the mapping table which is maintained so that when the receiver receives this block coded data, the receiver knows how to convert it into the original data by performing the reverse of block coding. Okay. Similarly, the unused bits can be used to denote can be used for control purposes, like this all zeros, all 5 zeros can denote that the channel is idle. All ones can denote that the communication has to be stopped. And similarly, other unused bits can be used to tell whether this is the start of the communication, this is the end of the communication, or whether it's an idle channel and so on. So basically in 8-bit, 10-bit block coding, instead of replacing and creating a mapping table for all the 2 raised to power 8 combination, the mapping table would have 2 raised to power 8 entries. So instead of doing that, we are dividing it into 2 tables, each consisting of, one of them will consist of 2 raised to power 5 entries and their corresponding 6-bit combinations, and the second table will consist of 2 raised to power 3 entries and their corresponding 4-bit combination. So it is simplifying division process. Okay. So that's all for today's video. I hope you have understood both these types of block coding. In case you have any doubts, you can refer to us. You can mention them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please let us know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video, mind your exam.